I'm on my way to the team workshop. This is the first time going there, and the thing that stands out to me right now is, why would you have a race team based so far north? It's such a long way, but I'm sure I'll find out the answer at some point. And when I say north, it's nearly in Scotland, so it's probably nearly as far north as you can go and still be in England. And it's on the left side of the map, so up north and left. While I'm driving, I'm seeing things like Carlisle, Heysham, Morecambe, Lancaster. So for people from England already know where I am because they would recognise those names, and people that aren't from England, well, those names could be anywhere, so I don't think it really gives any reference. But another reference would be we're in the Lake District. Is it Lakes District or Lake District? District. So we're in the Lake District. Smells like two-stroke. Honestly, it is so far. I mean, you should have a race team down in Derbyshire or something, right in the middle, where you just...
Smelling easy grip.
Dirty room. Wheel boxes live in here.
I made comment of the team location, but that is me just joking. In fact, the location of the team isn't actually that important once the season gets started, because I won't have a reason to visit regularly. I think it's only important now, before the season starts, to go and have a fit up with the bike and get a few things adjusted.
Onto the bar to the clip on is in there.
Is in there.
So you have to go
through
like
the end,
down the end.
and you can't check it.
Well, a few people said, like in a crash, if you bend the bar, obviously like you can't get your tool to the end and stuff. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't get in there to get it off.
Yeah, so they almost have to like cut the bar off.
It feels tall.
Does it?
Like I'm on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
Not on my tippy toes, but you know what I mean. I'm just like relaxed. My feet don't touch the floor.
Okay.
So it's definitely tall.
Yeah.
Normally, any of the work that I can contribute to is all done at the racetrack, and any work that's done in between rounds is a collaboration of information that was gathered and from race weekends, and then adjustments are made. So I don't actually need to be present for those changes and work that's being done.
Yeah. That's probably 5 mil on there. That.
It's definitely tall. Like.
Yeah. That it's set. We've gone as low as we ever could, and then it's back to now the taller shock length. It's like middle of the road, I'd say. Yeah, I'm with you.
It looks like the cup's a bit off.
Yeah, a bit.
It's alright, they'll be out a few times.
Yeah.
I've not been summoned up to the workshop, and I've not been asked even. In fact, it's the other way around. I've requested if I can come to the workshop and, you know, do a fit up with the bike, because I think it's a good opportunity to get a lot of these little adjustments and changes made that are sometimes time consuming and could waste a lot of time when we're away in Spain, where we'd rather that time focused on actual proper racing setup, which might improve the lap times of the bike. Should you go lower or what?
I'll try it.
Chuck it on the stand.
I'm not 100% sure.
So what length's the shock in that?
319, I think.
That's 319, so that's the same length as I had in my bike. The wheelbase is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because I had mine like all the way at the front.
As in, have you got a ruler?
And it certainly doesn't do any harm hanging out with your friends and becoming better acquainted with the team, because we're not under pressure, and it's just a bit of fun where, you know, when you get to a race weekend and everyone's expecting and even sometimes demanding results,
the pressure can build, and you need to have that friendship built before you get into a situation like that.
Heavier on the rear spring with more ride height in the rear, because those long radius turns with big G, the bike wanted to just like sit down midway through because it's a long period of time under that G force was getting deep. So that was all the really only difference I made from track to track. Like being able to load the front, but I figure that's just the stand offset being a bit bigger than what I would normally ride. But apart from that, the bike was stopping and steering and everything was alright. That's touching. Well, hopefully it won't need it that low, but
no.
And this may seem, I was going to say unnatural, but not unnatural, but a surprise that we're adjusting like footrest position because I've already ridden the bike in Australia. I've got comfortable in positions that I know the bike should be. So we're putting the footrests in the correct place and then putting the bars in the correct place and then, turning it to full lock and checking that with my bar position that the brake lever doesn't interfere with the fairing or the span adjuster is the right length, just what seems like basic stuff, but it's critical. And then like you lower the footrest to where you want, but then the footrest is touching on the exhaust. So then you move the exhaust a little lower because there's a bit of movement in the unions, and then the exhaust bracket's not the right length anymore. So it's just the simplest of little jobs has a massive flow-on effect of what is actually proper engineering parts for the bike. So we're just going through a load of those combinations now so that we don't get surprises when we arrive in Spain.
But yeah,
right, so the more it clamps down, the tighter it pinches on the centre stem.
Big one. Whereas now you've got the thicker 3mm washer
plate, you can go a bit harder.
40.
Yeah, okay.
But like relative to your foot plate, a finger's always about.
Okay, I'll tighten that one up a little bit. I'll just. That needs to come up, yeah. These are Lee grips. Yeah. Even with the covers on it, they feel skinny.
Yeah.
Normally when you grab the bars with these on, you go, oh, grips feel fat, and you're like, oh, it's got the covers on.
Yeah.
These feel skinny and the covers are on.
Like, foam
ones. Big foam ones. No, there's nothing wrong with those bars. They're fine. We can go with those.
Nice.
To that, back and forward, I could probably. But now I'm just sitting on it. I can't tell.
I suppose you're doing 10 degrees over that distance. If it was over 2 meters, you'd be like, oh, it's massive. But
how much is it? 2 degrees.
3.5, 4 degrees.
4 degrees. The other thing is, so that's a fucker. Because I want to bring my.
Oh, hang on.
Where I said from the beginning, it's just where I was resting my feet, I'm like off where I should be. And then when we've done everything else where it should be and measured it, no surprise, we get to so it sounds about bob.
Yeah, I'll just explain in a picture.
Yeah, if you've got a whiteboard marker, we'll just mark on it where I want it to be. It's just to get back tucked. I've only got to do that once in the straight. It's when I'm in the corner to corner is when it's critical. That's why I'm interested.
And it wants to be a natural.
Which bit? The subframe. Yeah.
What do we call this little jigger?
Don't be so judgmental because it's not actually a Honda tool. It was made for the Kawasaki. Just the one that had already been cut up and hacked up, so we didn't mind grinding it a bit further for this one particular job. I was thinking if we unbolted that, too long to explain.
So it's going to crush it down.
You see, I can actually get my feet on the floor.
It looks better.
Yeah, it would be a huge difference. That's going to become an issue.
Yeah.
Which is where I remember the very first photo you sent me. I was like, oh, that height looks tall.
Yeah.
But if I'm 20 mil higher than where I need to be, I ain't stopping.
Yeah.
It's going to want to keep going on. And I mean, I'll get stopped, obviously.
Yeah.
But
not as fast as you want to be.
Yeah, only good enough for sixth. Yeah. I want to be good enough for first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll trim it all out after. But yeah. We'll trim it all out after. But yeah. Yeah, productive. Good day.
Not going in that
we're
paddle.
It's all good until it's absolutely not. No chance. No.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Huh?
Yeah. The grinder might have to come out.
Lee can have them.
Yeah.
What's that top one for? If it's not right, it's somewhere near.
While I'm there getting them made, should we bite the bullet and get them made skinnier?
When you've got this massive...
And you're just not comfortable, yeah.
It's a wasted task, isn't it?
Yeah, because when you do all these changes, how much effect is that going to have on the bike?
Massive, isn't it?
This is, again, you know why this is important? Oh, sorry, you know why riding in Oz is important? Because that's why I know all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm hopping on it now going, no, this is wrong.
Yeah,
where if I'd never rode a bike in Oz, then I'd be getting here now, hopping on it going, oh yeah, it feels alright.
Yeah.
And then I'd ride it and go, oh, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And then we'd be another month or so
behind.
Good, where I think that one's going to be. So,
yeah, because if
it goes below that point, it's. So I thought I'd use this opportunity to explain how to cut zip ties and what to cut them with. So most people have a set of cutters for cutting their zip ties. So I'll put one in. Oh, actually, that one's busted. I'll use it, but I'll do it too on the one. So these are actually for cutting wire. So if you look at the tip of those, they're for cutting wire. So only use these to cut zip ties if you're working on a friend's bike. What you should actually use for doing zip ties is what we call flush cuts. So the surface that's going against the body of the zip tie is flush, so it cuts nice and close and smooth. So that's smooth and doesn't have a sharp edge. But if you're going to work on a jet ski, then use also never use these on wire. They're only for zip ties, flush cuts. Do not use them on wire. But if you're going to work on a jet ski, then use the wire cutting version and go on if you can, about a 45-degree angle. So that's how all zip ties should be inside the hull on a jet ski. And that's the sharpest plastic edge you can create. So I need to explain, the reason you use the wire cutters when cutting a zip tie on a friend's bike is because he's going to cut himself to pieces every time he tries to work on his bike and get his hand past a zip tie. And to a greater extent, when you've got to work on a jet ski, you're always working inside the hull. So you've got to get your hands down in some awkward position, and there's always something sharp trying to cut you. So, and also you use a lot of zip ties on a jet ski to make everything neat and tidy. So you don't actually cut them like this on anything, but it almost seems like every time you're working on a jet ski, every zip tie is like razor wire trying to escape from a prison.
Yeah. Like, I think it'd be too bad as there's loads of room. You've just not waited till round 3 to go, actually.
Yeah, anyway. I could go on, but
No, good.
You just get it. Alright.
Thank you very much.
Time to leave. See you boys.
See you later on.
Catch you later.
Cheers.
See you in a bit.